Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game played by Super Grandmaster Anish Giri. He has the black pieces, and he's playing St. Louis's own Thalia Cervantes, who I used to coach before you were born. Although I think she's like 20, so I'm not sure how I coached her before you guys were born. Well, maybe some of you. Anyway, this was played in Title Tuesday last year, almost exactly a year ago, in April of 24. The game didn't last very long, so unlike most 5 Minutes with Ben, I can actually show you the whole game. Game ended on a very nice tactic. Giri played the Bogo-Indian, bishop b4 check, very strategical. White can play bishop d2 or knight d2. In fact, white can play knight c3, but most people aren't playing a Nimzo-Indian when they've already decided not to play the Nimzo-Indian with knight f3. So knight b d2. White wants to get the two bishops, thinking black is going to take the knight at some point, which did not happen. a3. Giri decided to keep the two bishops. Bishop e7. Now, if black plays d5, black's fine. So Thalia played standard e4. Giri played sort of passive and solid. His name is Giri. d6. And the game was very positional. Bishop e2. Black played a5 to slow down Thalia from playing b4. Thalia castled. Now, Giri played a move most of us wouldn't think of, but it actually makes sense. Knight fd7. He wants to play e5, and then have d5 as the c5 square for both of his knights. White obviously slightly better with the big center. Black sort of passive. Thalia decided she wanted to develop her bishop, which is blocked by the knight. So she played b3. Giri played e5. If I was a betting man, I would think the engine would want white to play d5. But Thalia played bishop b2, completing development. White has a big lead in development. Giri traded on d4. And now one of the other reasons black played knight f to d7 earlier was to play bishop f6, pinning the knight to the bishop on b2. So black's already threatening c5, which would win a piece. So queen c2 connects the rooks, defends the bishop on b2. Rook goes to e8. The rook's better on e8. Thalia plays aggressively. Instead of putting her rooks in the middle, she plays knight f5. Probably learned that from me. Giri played knight c6, developing his knight finally. And now Thalia made a weakening move, and then she blundered. She played f3, defending her e4 pawn again, but it weakens her king a little in the dark squares. Giri played knight c5, and I would guess maybe black is slightly better here because white doesn't really have any good pawn breaks, and black's pieces are very well placed, and white's bishop and knight are, I don't know, they're sort of passive. They can't really go anywhere or do anything. This position, Thalia blundered. Thalia decided that since black is threatening bishop takes knight, pawn takes, rook takes e2, that she would stop that threat, and she played knight e3. And the knight is heading to d5. It's been a very positional, strategical, boring game, so you don't expect any kind of tactic. And at this position, Giri made a move and Thalia resigned. Say, what? Yeah, now the knight on f5 was protecting the d4 square. Now the knight on e3 is not protecting the d4 square. So Giri played knight d4. It's hard to believe, but white is completely lost now. White's queen is attacked. So white has two options: move the queen or capture the knight. Thalia chose a third option. She resigned. If she moves the queen and defends her e2 bishop, then you lose the bishop on b2. Black's a piece up for nothing. And has the two bishops. Okay, so other move you can play is bishop takes, and you might think black is winning material because black is threatening the rook and the knight, but actually just threatening the knight wins material. You can't save your knight. There's no queen move to defend your knight. Obviously, the white squared bishop can't defend the knight. This knight can't defend the knight. Only way to defend the knight is to play king f2. Now, I'm sure bishop takes rook wins, but queen g5 seems even better. The dogs agree. And then I don't see what white does here. So after knight d4, it seems like black is winning a whole piece from a very staid position. Anyway, I hope you liked that game as much as Giri did. It wasn't a draw, so you probably liked it more than Giri. It was a draw, then okay. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This has been 5 Minutes with Ben, plus the dogs. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.